Now we're looking at the idea of creating a strong mounted triangle for all you out there. Second big feature. The first feature we looked at was this idea that we should always use a hand assist whenever we can, and in the vast majority of cases you definitely can. Now second one, forward bias. Obvious question, what the fuck does that mean? We're in a mounted situation with our training partner. We've managed to use, I'm just demonstrating out of a step over method, but this will apply to all the methods that we look at. From here, when we go to lock up on our training partner, you can lean in different ways. Never lean back, okay, and commit your body backwards. What I want to do is get two things to happen. To get his head off the mat and my foot off the mat. So once we get a hold of our own ankle, everything goes forward this way. That brings his head off the mat and my foot off the mat. So that when I go to lock a triangle, it's effortless. If his head is on the mat and you're trying to lock triangles, it's a freaking disaster. So everything goes forward with your head down to the mat. So that locking a triangle is easy, effortless. Then I just put my two hands on the mat, and from here the strangle will be very easy indeed. Okay, so you should always have a forward bias with your triangles. Let's go slide back this way. However we've done it, I never want to fall back like this. Okay, I'm not going to say it can't work. It can work. Okay, there's been famous examples where it did work, but it can also go completely to hell as well. You don't want something which can work. You want something which is reliably going to work. Okay, when you start falling backwards, if he times that elbow pull, you can end up in all kinds of trouble. So my advice to you always, do everything with mounted triangles with a forward bias. Everything goes forward to the mat. With that forward bias, his head comes off the mat and my ankle comes off the mat. So when it's time to lock, it's just so damn easy. You can always come back with your hands after the fact. But if my feet and his head are on the floor and you're trying to fiddle around and lock your feet and your bias is going backwards, it's just a disaster. Okay? So, second big point. You're going to become a master of the mounted triangle. Work with a forward bias. Get your forehead to the mat, everything leans forward, it takes his head off the mat, and it gets your foot off the mat. So it's very, very easy from situations like this to lock a triangle. It's much easier to get everything locked up from here than it is from here. Okay?